Good afternoon, Multiverse, and welcome to MNW Warzone. I'm your host, General Manager Jerry Aldini, and with me, as always, is Mr. Pete McPherson.
Hello.
And finally back from, well, we'll talk about what happened, Mr. Michael Montoya.
Hey, how's it going? I'm a free man. I'm a free man.
This is why you don't duck out on community service, Michael.
Hey, Michael.
Yeah.
Did you drop the soap?
Let's stab you.
Okay. Both of you. There's a reason I sit between you. Do not make me get out the squirt bottle. Anyway, so here we are. It is our first show back since Thanksgiving. And let me tell you, we have an exciting episode. We have on today's card, we have the ICC tryout match, the reunion of Too Cool, Nice Ice, and Glacirus taking on Lachen and a mystery partner. Whichever team wins, that mystery partner gets a tryout match to join the International Combat Club.
Wow, they've added another layer onto these things. Okay.
They're working it. We are also, in a little while, we are going to hear from the victimizer, Wilson, about the situation with VIP. But folks, that's not what, well, that is what you're here for, but we need to get into action. But before we do, at Thanksgiving, we had many matches, and including our main event, when the janitor managed to make his first success in his clean sweep challenge, capturing the Big Oof Championship. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear from your new Big Oof champion. It's the Janitor.
Greetings, Warzone. It is I, your humble janitor. It was a hard-fought battle, but I have completed the first step in my clean sweep challenge. First, I would like to say that Constantinople was every bit the powerhouse that being the Big Oof champion would indicate. My respect to you. Now comes the challenge of, what's next? The answer to that may be up to the brass, as I am not sure what the policy on holding multiple single belts is currently. In addition, Suplex Sam has been successful not only in barring me from challenging for his belt, but cannot be challenged at all until the new year. It vexes me. So, until I learn how the brass wants to handle multiple belts, I am in a holding pattern. That does not mean I will be sitting idle. I expect everyone in the back to make use of that open challenge.
Well, that's about what I would expect from a champion and a man of the history of the janitor. So the open challenge rule, of course, still in effect. And yes, we are speaking to the brass on the multiple belt question. So, in the meantime, you heard it here, folks. But with that, you know what it's time for? That was your opening there, Michael. You know what it's... Michael?
Is it time for some in-ring action?
It is time for some in-ring action.
Sorry about that. I had my headset pointing towards. I was talking. You didn't see my mouth moving.
This is why I was curious.
Gotta hit the button.
the button. Yeah, that's, that button is only for coughs. You're not supposed to... You know what? Forget it.
I was just holding it down. Okay.
We're heading down to ringside.
I thought the button was for when I had an opinion, didn't like.
The following match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first. Ignacio Cervantes.
He is the social outcast.
Yep, of course, gave me a damn handshake this morning. Dead fished it completely.
You can just, either refuse to shake his hand or just go for a fist bump.
Yeah, but if it gets worse if you let him fist bump you, Jerry. He leaves it there. He pushes.
All right. Well, be that as it may, we're kicking off the show with the social outcast, but the person he's going to face, well, let's just say, ladies and gentlemen, your Nexus Awards this year, we'll talk about.
Ooh.
And introducing their opponent. West Wing.
Ladies and gentlemen, one of the newest additions to the Warzone roster, he is West Wind, and folks, if you're nominating for this year's Nexus Award, this man is eligible for Rookie of the Year.
What do we know about West Wind? I haven't learned much about the man.
Well, that's because you were incarcerated when he spoke. So best I can tell from what he said, I think it is fair that he is some sort of otherworldly being, perhaps of an angelic nature.
So is this another? Is he like purely good, or is he like one of those cool vengeance angels?
I mean, the last angel we had on our roster was the Angel of Fear. You were never happy when he entered the ring.
Yeah,
so.
No.
Yeah. By the way, we have other news, speaking of new roster members, but first let's let this match get started.
West Wind and Cervantes squaring up here. Initial tie up here, whip into the corner. While he is not very, let's call him clunky in social situations. In the ring, smooth as butter.
Highly skilled luchador.
What is happening here? 1, 2, 3. All right, Westwood's trying to go for it right off the bat. I kind of like this guy. All right.
Yep. And
going for the arm, working on the offense here, possibly. But again, smooth as butter, that Ignacio Cervantes in the ring. Whoa!
Here we go.
Rolls through, head scissors, airplane spin, and down to the mat.
Taking the angelic one for a flight. Oh!
Ooh!
Oh, that was a. Where
that was
did
an
he land?
ass to ass. Ow!
Oh.
I don't know who's that's gonna hurt more. You know, that question is often asked in wrestling. Does that move hurt the one who gives it or the one who takes it more? That's one of those moves where I don't know.
Yeah.
Straight coccyx on coccyx. That's got to be a bruised tailbone at least. And I got a stretch going.
Cervantes getting out of the hold.
Yeah, good core strength there, just rolling through.
Yeah.
Ooh! Westman got a bit of size on Cervantes, and Cervantes still pushes him over that top rope handily.
Well, I mean, like you said, skilled luchador knows how to take leverage to his advantage.
Yeah, using those ropes.
Oh!
There's some of those social graces not being great coming into play there, completely, ignoring the other person he's in the match with. But he did roll through into that DDT beautifully.
He did.
Several leg kicks coming in here. Now what's Westwood got? Ooh! Dropping down to a knee right on the back of the neck there of Cervantes. Rising knee strike here, and just, sending him straight into the ring post. Resetting the count there. Westwind showing some good in-ring prowess. He's got some awareness going.
Which is always impressive for a guy wearing a blindfold to the ring. He must have some second sight.
Well, hold on. Is that something we got to get, some of our agencies involved with? I guess if he's just using it to wrestle, it's fine. But
yeah. I mean, the storyteller came out blindfolded for years.
Well, if he has functioning eyes, should we force him to use them, is the question. 1, 2. And a kick out.
2.5.
Conserving some energy there, maybe? Or is Western actually giving him a run for his money? Twisting into that cover. See, I don't like that cover. You could just sit up out of that, especially someone like Cervantes with lots of in-ring. He's got the experience advantage in this matchup.
Knowing how to get out of the way of a moonsault.
It's Samoa Joe-esque, perhaps a little less smooth. Once again, out of range of that moonsault, that experience advantage coming to haunt Westwind here.
And outside they go again.
And Danny Buta goes for it again, but he lifts the knees. Good kicks to the leg here. These two, so far, it's been a good matchup.
They're very evenly matched.
Resetting the count here.
Makes
his way back to the outside with a missile drop kick. Cervantes going for a flying headbutt there.
I'll tell you one thing. Westwind not afraid of the high risk.
Doesn't seem so. Again, hope there's not any magical shenanigans, because that means I have to listen to Seth yammer on about things.
Well, not just that. There's an Omni Slayer on the roster now.
You think an Omni Slayer would go after like this type of angel? You think?
I mean, it depends if the angel's a threat. Although I'm not getting that sense. I mean, so far, Westwind seems fine. I'm just saying, if things happen, should point out Seth Jackson. Let's kill this first. 1, 2, 3,
and Westwind takes it. My God! What is
And
that?
your winner, Westwind.
He locks the head like he's going in for the DDT, but then he brings the legs up as well, and he uses gravity to compress his opponent's spine. That looks like it hurts.
It did, but effective, and here you have it. Victory for the rookie. Another win in the column of Westwind.
We've been getting a lot of rookies coming in, doing pretty damn well.
I mean, more so than our sister show Flashbang, which, by the way, last night, Mr. Lawson came out to the ring and made a huge announcement. Now, I knew something like this was coming, because there was a bit of a trade was made. Now, this isn't... Jagger Blackthorn had gone free agent and came over to Warzone from that. By the way, also tweeting out on social media on that point, Jack Andrews tweeting out hashtag free agent. But
oh, okay.
if you've been paying attention, and you may not, having been in the pokey, the newest member of the Friday Night Flashbang roster is the funky one, Defunk.
What?
That's right, Defunk has joined officially Friday Night Flashbang. But
Well, at least we don't have to hear about Cloud9 anymore.
But the brass did say it was going to be a trade. And last night, Mr. Lawson announced who we are supposed to get in return.
Who was it?
We are slated to get the Son of Thunder, Johan Mjoln.
Holy shit, Jerry! What? Johan Mjoln?
However, this is not going down well with the members of the Soul Train, who are looking into what options they have to keep Johan on the show and with his faction. So it has been announced, but it is not a done deal. We're getting someone. Right now it's slated to be Johan. We'll see.
Well, I wouldn't mind seeing people get absolutely, like, just macerated, Jerry. I'd be 100% down for that.
So, also tweeting out on social media, the Constant Nightmare Constantinople stating the janitor earned his victory. The respect is mutual. Well, there you have it. I mean, you know, so well respected is the janitor. Even the man he took the big oof off of has respect for him. We also have...
Chaos doesn't have to be disrespectful, right. I guess.
Speaking of, so not a new member of our roster, but a returning member of our roster, Crocvor, just tweeting out Warzone hype.
Yes.
Because
indeed.
Because indeed, he is, back. And he is currently one of the 4 holders of a star chip over on MNW Blast, where he is participating in the Brawl for you all. Now, Blast also took some time off for Thanksgiving, but will be returning with the continuation of that tournament. Also, before we get into our next thing, tweeting out on social media, McMorgan, please don't get my hopes up for that trade, Jerry. I'm itching for that fight. I don't know what to tell you. I know you've been asking for that match since the moment you joined the roster, McMorgan.
McMorgan would fight a rock he found outside.
Yeah, but he's always wanted to have a match with Johan. Literally, he's
always wanted to have a match with anything that breathes. I'm sure he'll get it eventually.
So, with that, ladies and gentlemen, as we promised earlier, at Thanksgiving, one of the biggest matches on that show was the Victimizer, Wilson, taking on the VI Pharaoh, Ozir Turan, when the rest of VIP got involved. For Wilson, this was supposed to be putting that part of his past behind him. But apparently VIP is having none of it. So, ladies and gentlemen, well, someone asked for some mic time.
Is that someone bald?
And somebody it's just a good idea if he wants some mic time, you give it to him. Just because I don't want to see what would happen to the roster if we didn't. So yeah, let's head down to ringside.
Can't wait to get my ear holes victimized.
And let's hear from Wilson.
All right, we got it. We got a twizzle.
We got it here. Oh, hang on. Let me find the twazzle.
Yep.
There we go.
There he is, folks. The victimizer.
Well, and again, coming out without me, just the no frills, focused Wilson. You know, it shouldn't surprise me. So many people don't want to let go of the past. So many people want to keep harping on the days when I was a joke over on Flashbang. When, well, let's not even get into what I was selling over there. It doesn't matter. I don't care. I have moved on. But it seems like a bunch of idiots I used to hang out with haven't. VIP, you know what? I gave you a chance. We had that match. Me, Ozir, and we'd be done. But you are refusing to let go. So I'll be happy to oblige this death wish you all seem to have. You want to be victimized? Well, just step right up. I will be more than happy. And when I am done...
Oh boy.
Well, I
VIP
guess...
coming out for a direct response, it seems.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, the Warpgate Hardcore Champion, Suplex Sam, I guess a member of VIP, former partner of Wilson's, and I guess he's heard enough.
Well, longtime friends and now bitter rivals. Which can be said about the whole group.
Possibly. I mean, Suplex Sam was the kind of the late arrival of VIP, joining after he left Shoot Nation and Nakano Worldwide. But no doubt he's been successful as Warpgate. Well, let's hear what he has to say.
Wilson, babes, we're tired of you. We're done with you. You want to move on, that's fine, move on. We got brand loyalty, we got fans coming out of our ears. You know what you got? You got your little black trunks, and you got nothing else. We're gonna leave you behind in the past.
Oh, that's interesting there, Sam. Let me give you a counter proposal. I'll leave you alone. I won't come near you. I won't touch you until I've torn down the rest of VIP so there'll be no one to catch you when you fall.
Oh, no. You see, the thing is, before we leave you in the past, the thing we gotta do is turn you into a puddle. That's what we gotta do, Will. That's what we gotta do. We're gonna leave you back with your selfie stick, back with your glitter, back when you were fun, fond of days. We're gonna leave you in a crushed pile back there.
Oh, that's a fun story you've told yourself, Sam. But once you are the last man standing in VIP, I just get to sit back and watch someone, anyone, who will come forward and take your belt, because that's all they'll need to get it done.
Really, babes, I got this belt through my own means, through my own strength. So whatever you think is gonna happen, ain't gonna happen, pal. Ain't gonna happen to me, ain't gonna happen to my friends. What's gonna happen to you is you're gonna get jumped one of these days and you're not gonna like it. And like I said, VIP will live on.
Well, Sam is leaving the ring. And here comes the great A-lister.
The beef?
Well, here's the difference. Sam was a member of VIP, but the beef was and Wilson were a team. They tagged together, they partied together.
The Beef called him his brother multiple times.
And Wilson,
they were brothers.
Back in the day, called the Beef his bestie.
How's it going, bro? Been a long time, hasn't it, since we've been face to face like this? No, we had fond memories. I could trust you. You remember that? You remember when we could trust each other? Remember when I would dangle off the side of a building? I felt like if I did that, if I dangled off the side of a building, you would be there to catch me. You remember that?
Oh, I remember. I remember a lot of things. I remember the stupid obsession with wealth. I remember the stupid obsession with the adulation of the crowd. I remember a lot of dumb things I did before I woke up.
Oh, things you did before you woke up, huh? What you woke up? You woke up to being a piece of shit. Hey, further than the things we did, you know, we're fucked up. We do things that are fucked up to win. But what you're doing right now, it even brings a tear to my eye. And hey, you know what? You can still trust me. You can trust me to break you.
You know what, Beef? Because we were friends once, I'll take you out last. How does that sound? I'll take you last. So why don't I start with Albatross? And I don't mean the doctor.
Oh, you don't mean the guy likes to have fun? Go a little bit of this down, do a little bit of DJing. You don't like that? You don't like fun anymore, Wilson? You used to be a guy who liked to have fun, but now you're just a lonely, tepid piece of shit. And that's all you're ever gonna be without us. On your own, people are just gonna look at you and say, there's that lonely asshole.
That's an interesting story you're telling. I'm already standing on my own, Beefy. So this is what's going to happen. I am going to take out Albatross first. And I don't want him in those stupid jorts with that dumb beanie. I want the man who stood tall as one of the best technical wrestlers.
That ain't up to me. That's up to him. But how did... You know, you think we're gonna give you what you want? You know, you think you deserve anything from us after what you've taken from us? After what you've taken from me? The trust, the loyalty, everything! I don't owe you shit, and when we go, you're gonna find out.
Oh, Beef, I don't need to be given. I will take, and I haven't begun taking from you yet, but I will. Yes, I will. You're all going to be on the list of those that have been victimized.
You know what you could take, Wilson? You could take your platitudes, you could take your victimizer shtick, and you can shove them so far up there your own ass, you can start ventriloquisming yourself and acting like the tough guy. Is that what you are? You're so far up your own ass that you forget where you come from. I'll remind you. I'll be the one to remind you, and I'll pull that guy right out your ass.
Well, yay, that's going to go insane, isn't it?
Oh, boy. Well, even for someone like Wilson, taking out all of VIP is kind of a tall order, don't you think?
Wait a minute, something's happening backstage.
Sam's going...
That's Suplex Sam and Juan Chance. Oh, Sam
each other. Oh!
Oh, he just shoulder checked Juan.
And turned his back on him.
Oh, okay. Well,
right,
folks,
got something boiling there.
I think it's fair to say that war has been declared.
Indeed.
Whew. So, tweeting out on social media, Sasquatch Wing saying this one would not mind taking the Suplex Sam down and taking the Warp Gate. Always wanted to get a singles shiny. Oh, well, we will see. By the way, the Lawds will be in action later today in a tag team match. Well, we've got a lot else to do before. Oh, by the way, so we opened the show with that promo from the janitor talking about the open challenge. Well, there's already been a response. So, ladies and gentlemen, I give you Mr. Butler.
Open challenge, huh? Perhaps it's time I threw the proverbial non-eldritch hat into the ring. My first bid for the title may have ended in disaster thanks to Shark Boy, but maybe the second time will go differently. Besides, last I checked, I still have a score to settle with you, janitor. Remember last year, the week before Multivania, when you pulled some strings with the brass to get a match with me? My first one-on-one match at that?
And it's time to mind your tongue! And now into the cover! 1, 2, and he got him! Promenaga beats the Butler!
Yeah, that didn't end too well for me. It also sent my career into a losing streak that took me a whole year to come back from. So consider this your day of reckoning. I hereby answer the open challenge for the Big Oof title. Blood money is on a crusade against the heroes of MNW. And while the boss might be finished with you, I'm just getting started.
Okay then.
I think that might be the most honest promo I've ever heard.
I mean, fair enough. So, at least somebody has stepped forward to accept the open challenge. So, with that, so our next match, well, Michael, you kind of, how do I say this? Oh, by the way, hang on a second. We're getting told there's a tech refresh happening.
Oh.
Hang on a second. There we go.
Yeah,
All right.
There we go.
There we go. So you kind of called this one when you earlier said that you didn't want to deal with the magic stuff because you'd have to listen to Seth Jackson.
Oh, God damn it. Please tell me he's not mic'd up today.
I don't know, actually. But yes, we are about to... So this next match, there's a lot that's been going on. And we have been talking about, the shenanigans and the inappropriate uses of magic. And you know who's been using magic the most inappropriately of late?
Does it rhyme with Ray and begin with F and involve loyalty?
That was a long route to a interesting pier, but so you know what? Enough teasing about it. Let's head down to the ring.
Down the ringside for some action.
The following is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, JIF Inc.
Seth Jackson and Mr. Osman Killick, if I am not mistaken.
You are not mistaken. That is right. 2/3 of JIF Inc. The only one not present right now, Mr. Enigma, which means he's probably off investigating something. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, JIF Inc. coming to ring. I wonder how Seth feels about people like Jagger Blackthorn and other former Flashbang members coming over.
And introducing their opponents, coming to the ring first, Louis McDonald.
So, the Wild Hunt had secured a cage match against Louis McDonald to get that mystery in the bank briefcase from him, only to be bamboozled when it turned out that Earl King West had disguised himself as the referee.
Yep, that fey fuckery never ends, Terry.
And so now, JIF Inc. is going to be taking on Legion.
Not that Seth Jackson is a proper authority, but the proper authorities are now involved.
Remember, he's surprisingly talented when it comes to the paranormal investigation work.
Yeah, apparently there was a ghost in my kitchen and he got it out. He broke a couple things, but got it out of there.
Collateral damage will occur.
Yeah, ran into him this morning, and he said, and I quote, "Gotta fight me a ferryman today."
All right.
And introducing their tag team partner, King West. They are Legion.
You know, the thing I always think about when I think about Legion, you have a tag team of two men who are known to be chronic backstabbers.
And yet they have not stabbed each other's backs yet.
It may be they both know what to look for.
Or maybe they do it all the time behind the scenes and it's more of just like a, you sort of thing. I don't know. They're both weirdos, to say the least.
Well, we're going to find out now as we get ready for tag team action. And, you know, you've got, of course, Louis McDonald with that, that whatever beard he's always had, Earl King West clean shaven, and they're going off against two of the finest mustaches in wrestling.
Got that beautiful fuzzy caterpillar. And then you have the well-manicured, perfectly styled mustache of Osmond Killick. Oh, Seth Jackson being brought over the top there.
You know, we talk a lot of crap about Louis McDonald because, of course, no one likes him. But
his wrestling technique, though.
You know, he's a skilled wrestler.
If you saw that brainbuster beautifully over the top there, nice and slow, well-paced. But Seth Jackson now reversing things and garroting him off the top rope. Comes McDonald. Good striking combination here. Has Seth rocked for a moment, trapped in the corner here. Now working over the arm, trying to shut down the offense of Seth Jackson. That Northern Lights driver is of his. Ooh! And a reverse grip DDT assisted by the ropes there, tagging in the Fey King. And now 1, 2, and a kick out. Now, if I may ask, who do you have for this match, Jerry?
I mean, this is interesting. I mean, again, you've got the skill of JIF as investigators, but again, on the other hand, you've got the treachery of Legion. And, you know, my father used to always say, old age and treachery will beat youth and skill every time.
Yeah, well, what if youth and skill is accompanied by a man whose forehead is as thick as plate steel?
I mean, it does give them an advantage. He looks like the kind of man who might have headbutt open a coconut at some point in his life.
Yeah, what kind of an idiot would do that? Seth Jackson, that's it.
Oh, faked, going like he was going to go for a neck breaker, and instead of reverse lariat, responded
with the neck breaker, and I think that pissed off Seth Jackson because that lariat was straight out of hell.
It was. And
Comes
1,
Killick.
2, kick out of 2 by Killick, and
Yeah, it
Seth.
went for the pin there.
You know, I found out what Seth does as a side business recently.
What does he do?
He delivers refrigerators.
He delivers refrigerators.
Apparently, or like appliances. He does it apparently for the games.
Let me guess, he doesn't use a hand truck.
That's what I understand, yes.
Oh, God. You know, Osmond Killick here in the not-so-safe corner here. Being worked over by Louis. He's got a good grip here. Over the top, down into the brainbuster. This was stomped to the back. But you got to remember the insane strength and wrestling acumen of Osmond Killick. He's shown it off before in singles and tag matches. Pulling Seth's eggs out of the frying pan every now and again.
He does seem to have a magic touch when it comes to that, doesn't he?
Does indeed, but that magic touch doesn't matter much when you're being power bombed in the middle of the ring.
Oh!
The faking. Ooh! There's a little mini gore there.
Was that a little mini Hearns and Baylor?
I believe so.
And let's not forget, folks, Louis McDonald has that Mystery in the Bank briefcase at his disposal. It has a contract for one of our belts. We don't know which one.
Emphasis on the mystery there.
Oh!
Taking a jawbreaker straight to the face. Belly to belly over the top. The core strength of Earl King West cannot be underestimated here. Double axe handles broken up by Seth Jackson, who doesn't see Louis McDonald behind him. Punch straight to the spine. To the outside they both go.
Louis goes following him out.
But unfortunately, the Legion, looks like Osmond Killick is turning things around. Oh!
Yeah.
But you can't give someone like Earl King West rest even for a second. He's going to take advantage. Here comes that wrestling acumen.
Bringing him to the
great
center of the
in-ring
ring.
skill.
Stomp. There we go.
Oh, we feeling humble today. Oh, but reversed. The Earl King. Going for a big right hand there. Reversing the grip and just pancaking Killick. Now tagging out to McDonald. Been a back and forth match so far.
It has.
But I gotta say, Legion, they've been controlling the ring better than JIF Inc. At least in this instance right now. Here we go.
Louis got the pin broken by Seth. Earl King tried to stop Seth, but Seth ducked around him.
Ducked around him. He moves well for a man whose brains are made of meatloaf. Oh, with a shoulder toss. Sends
but he
Seth to
got
the
his
outside.
job done. Louis was so focused on Seth, he forgot he should be focusing on the legal man in the ring.
Now mistakes are made, tag made to alleviate those mistakes. King West, the experienced leader in the match, of course.
Yeah, but look at this. The paranormal investigator, Osmond Killick. Part of the reason,
Relentless strikes.
apparently his family had some history with dealing with supernatural matters in Turkey. So he, it seems well adept at dealing with people like Hurricane West like that.
Yeah, he knows the trickery, and also it helps that Osman Killick is a wrestler's wrestler. Look at that! Buckle bomb, sending Earl King West's head straight into all three of those buckles. And Seth Jackson. And the driver.
Yeah,
straight in the middle of the ring.
Oh. Now he's getting
Goes
double
behind.
teamed.
Louis McDonald getting absolutely double teamed there.
Couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
See, they gave Earl King West just a little bit of respite, and that's all he needs to turn it around, Jerry. Look at this, military press slam. Meanwhile, on the outside, Killick has McDonald up and a vertical suplex, stalling, letting the blood rush to his brain, and down he goes. But Seth in a pinning predicament.
Oh!
And your winners, Legion!
I think that was Louis presenting himself as a sacrificial lamb there that got Legion the win.
Possibly. I mean, definitely the distraction of Osman Killick playing in Legion's favor.
I think that thing you said about being old and treacherous is correct.
It's...
Is that why you're our general manager? Are you old and treacherous, Jerry?
Next
I know
question.
you're old. Okay. How treacherous are you?
You've been in a wrestling ring with me.
Fair. Fair.
It's a common misconception about love being the most powerful force in the universe. It turns out it's spite, actually.
It's true.
A wizard once told me it was chronomancy.
You know what? I'm not going to go there. Instead, where we're going to go next. So, there's been a lot going on with issues around R. Sawyer and his quest to figure out who made the doppelganger bot H.R. Sawyer. And to the point of, at Thanksgiving, we had a match between the engineer Chaz Lee of the Murder Cave and R. Sawyer, and just when it looked like things were going to be settled, Dr. Grimm came in and attacked R. Sawyer after the match. So to address that matter, well, let's hear from the undisputed future himself. Ladies and gentlemen, R. Sawyer.
You know, Chaz, you almost had me fooled. I almost believed that you were actually going to surprise me and actually fight me by yourself. Man's a cybernetic organism. But then Grimm comes out from under the ring. Not sure how long he's been under there, but that one decision to hide for the entirety of the match means it's still enough for me to call bullshit on how predictable the Murder Cave are. Now, you can still redeem yourself by giving me the answers I need, Chaz, and I may consider this over. But as for Grimm, hi Grimm, we go way back. To my debut match, actually. You in the corner of Ogre, me in my first ever match. Those were the days. But now, it seems you have beef with someone. You want to come at me? Go right ahead. Book a session with Aldini. That's what he's there for. And if you need some motivation, the vaudevillains of this universe, well, they died laughing. And this jacket I'm wearing, the one that has Clown Slayer written on the back of it, I'll give you a hint as to where I got it. I ripped it off of Mr. Rippens before I terminated his clown ass. So by all means, throw whatever random bullshit you've got at me. It might just give me some ideas to pick up and beat you over the head with. Toodles.
So, with that, ladies and gentlemen, hang on, what? You're kidding me. Hang on, Phyllis is telling me that, oh dear, we got to go to ringside. But not
Who's
for
at
our
ringside?
next match like I thought we were.
Oh, God.
It's hang on. Dr. Grimm just grabbed a microphone and marched to the ring.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's Dr. Grimm.
Yeah, what are we going to do? It's Dr. Grimm. Hello, one and all. I am Dr. Victor Grimm. I don't need to tell you my accomplishments. You know. And Sawyer. Sawyer, the glorious engineer Chaz Lee had his hand on the rope at the end of that match. Now, the ref missed it, but he really didn't lose, did he? So I think there should be a rematch. Don't you? And maybe after said rematch. Wouldn't that be nice too? If I had a hand in it as well. Since you seem to be wanting to take on Chaz Lee, you face the Murder Cave in totality. I personally would love a chance to tear apart another of Zacko Duo's friends. So, what do you say, Sawyer? Should we do this again? I feel that this could be a battle that goes on forever. Who knows what seals could be opened this time? Do you remember the seals? Sawyer, do you remember? Ask Zao. You can't. He's not functional. I'll let you do some I'll let you do some review of history. But there were seals that needed to be opened for a glorious future that Zacko Duo prevented from happening. Well, he stopped it then. But what about the future? I'll leave you with that thought. All right. Okay, so first we have whatever this device was. Now there's okay, I have to go back and look what he's talking about, seals. This was before I think I joined MNW.
If it's not one thing, it's another, Jerry.
And so now I got to figure out what that is. And I mean, we did catch that at Thanksgiving that Dr. Grimm is not wrong. Chaz Lee did grab that bottom rope, but the ref missed it and declared the victory. And then that's when Dr. Grimm came out from under the ring. He had to have been under the ring the entire pay-per-view. That's the only way that could have worked.
He could have had like a tunnel machine.
I can't completely discount that.
Tunnel machine trademark, Dr. Grimm, tunnel machine.
You know what? If he hasn't thought of it, please stop giving him ideas.
Silent tunnel machine.
Why?
What?
Stop talking!
It's a good idea!
You know what? As we were talking earlier about the Nexus, we are in. You have until December 16th to get your nominations in for this year's MNW Nexus Awards. Last year, Beowulf of the Wild Hunt won Rookie of the Year. And this year, as we said earlier, we have Westwind, we have Todd Bagman, we have John Tristram, and we have a man who's going to be in our next match, the leader of the Night's Watch, Alicester Evergreen.
The man with the spot of lycanthropy.
In addition, we have the Match of the Year category. We have the Wrestler of the Year, the Swerve of the Year, the Moment of the Year, the Tag Team of the Year, Faction of the Year, and so many more categories. There are separate nomination forms for Friday Night Flashbang and for Warzone. You're allowed to put in nominations for both. But I will remind you, a Rookie of the Year, to be eligible, they have to have joined the roster in 2022.
Wait a minute, Jerry. I joined the roster in 2022. I wrestled in 20. Can I? You know what? I nominate myself for Rookie of the Year. Huh? How about that? How about that, Jerry?
I will have to talk with our legal department.
How about that? I nominate myself for Rookie of the Year. Vote for me, people. The people love me. I'm going to win it. Well, see, it's set in stone.
This is just the nomination process. We'll see if you make it onto the final ballot.
Oh, I will.
With that, you know what? Let's get to our next match. Let's head down for some in-ring action.
My favorite type of action.
The following match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first. Alicester Evergreen,
the leader of the Night's Watch, and also royalty, but more importantly, a rising superstar here on the roster of Warzone, Alicester Evergreen, coming without his knights for singles competition. But one of those nomination categories is Faction of the Year. Night's Watch is eligible for being nominated for Faction of the Year.
Folks, I'm excited to see him in singles action, see what he's got. Because we know he gels well in tag.
We do. He has done some singles work, but it has been rare. He's mostly been tagging with his fellow Night's Watch members.
Indeed, he has. I'm not. My headphones are. I think we might need another jiggle of some cables here.
Oh, hang on. Let me fix that. Give me a second.
And introducing their opponent, Carcharodon.
And here he is, Carcharodon. Part shark, part demon, all luchador.
Somebody's gonna be smelling blood in the water tonight, Jerry.
That very well may be.
Because he's a fish.
I gotta guess.
I'm still upset because I stuck up for this man and he still doesn't like me.
Well, they're a capricious bunch, those sharks.
Oh, gotcha.
I also like Capri Sun.
I'm a Capricorn. And ring-a-ding-ding.
So I guess this is asking the question, the age-old question: who would win in a fight, demon shark or werewolf?
Ah, yes, the age-old question. It's been asked by many a B-horror movie, indeed. I'd buy that on DVD for $5. Mr. Evergreen mounting up here. Big right-handed shots to the temple of Carcharodon. Oh, Carcharodon immediately rolls through that prey drive, giving him that explosive movement. Now stomp straight to the back here. Evergreen has been an impressive striker from what I've seen. Very surgical with his strikes.
But you just saw an example of the agility of Carcharodon.
Yeah, his strength and his agility. That's a deadly combo for a man with the will, the determination, and the viciousness of Carcharodon. Up to the top rope here. Carcharodon, oh my god! Flipping through, kind of is that an Arihara moonsault?
I believe that was actually the Abyssal Descent, one of his signature moves.
Abyssal Descent led, but Alicester Evergreen still holding on strong here. Oh, and gets his forehead driven into the mat.
So a question suddenly just popped into my head. With Alicester, of course, he is royalty. He leads a nation. And I just wonder, how common is lycanthropy there?
Is it a nation of people with lycanthropy? Is it is it encouraged among like a warrior class, perhaps?
Is it a sign of royalty? I mean, is it a lichen colony? What is it?
But Jerry, you're missing the real question. Now that he's here wrestling, have our viewership numbers gone up by about a country?
That's a good point. Well, I do think there is now a broadcast deal there, yes.
Ah, there we go. You know what? Thank you, Alicester Evergreen. One up through. Package driver there. Or is it a pump handle? Excuse me. And a kick out at one there. Trying to send a message perhaps here to Carcharodon. Evergreen. Oh, the Abyssal Descent once more. Carcharodon trying to secure this victory. And another kick out at one.
And going up again, he's a flyer. Oh!
Oh, there we go. There's the moonsault. He's just pounding his body into Evergreens.
Oh, and now Megalodon Impact.
Megalodon Impact, that modified Sponson Bomb. Big stomps there. Rolls through with that reversal. Good agility from Evergreen. Showing Carcharodon he's not the only one with some fancy flippy moves and driving his head into the mat.
That was the Dark Driver on Carcharodon.
Dark Driver gets a 2 count. Now Evergreen is a rookie. He can't get too frustrated here. He has to stay focused. You cannot give someone like Carcharodon time to adjust.
In that bridging move, but Carcharodon gets out.
Big stomps here to the back.
Oh!
Roll through sweep with a leg. Catching Carcharodon by surprise. Evergreen.
So you've we're speaking about Evergreen's striking skill, but he's switching up to more agility for this match.
Oh, and with agility, he wins it. He springboarded into that Enzigiri and just knocked Carcharodon cold.
And your winner, Alicester Evergreen.
He sprung off those ropes so hard, he just knocked him out, Jerry.
It was fast, and it was, in fact, furious.
So, hey, just saying what I said about those strikes, that's damn true.
And for just a quick announcement to all of our network providers, we did experience a slight hiccup in our feed. If you are still experiencing problems, please refresh your feed, and you should be back again.
Thank you.
Someone spilled coffee in the production truck.
I could also explain why Alicster's music wasn't playing there at the end. Oh, well. So, we've got a message that we're going to play now from another member of the roster who has
Is it a mysterious message as usual?
Well, I wouldn't say. I mean, it's. You know what? I think the best thing to do is to let the message just speak for itself. So, ladies and gentlemen,
it's not cryptic, is it? You know how I feel about cryptic messages.
No, it's not a cryptic message. It is in fact, it is just a. You know what? I'm just going to let it play. Ladies and gentlemen, Nakano Hiroshima.
Loud and incoherent, gotcha.
So, the soldier wins. And that got me thinking maybe it's time I went through a little transformation too. So, I dug into my savings, did a little Googling, and I'm going to Haas Camp. I'm going to be off the show for a bit, but next time you see me, I'm going to be a mountain.
Is that how that works? What?
I suppose? I didn't know that's something you could train for? So, yeah.
Huh.
And So, we're hearing from Sir Unklydunk. Let it be known that every person who votes for Montoya for Rookie of the Year receives $1,000 from Sir Unklydunk.
Haha.
He then tweets out, let it be known, Nakano, you will have all the resources you need for Haas Camp. All right, hang on a second. And I'm getting word that Sir Unklydunk has also bought some promotional time that he's cashing in right now. So, let's go to ringside. Yes. I'm richer than all of you. But I'm smarter with my money. I'm not so foolish as to buy social media networks. No. I will buy victory. That's much, much more valuable. So let's get into some details. So first off, Mr. Butler, I understand that when you see something shiny, like an open challenge, you want to go after it. But I settled my issues with the janitor, I understand he could be considered a hero. I swear, one of these days you are going to lose a match because somebody at ringside will be jingling keys. But that is not the matter here now. I am done with all of the heroes. I saw Daverman backstage. What a fool. Somebody should take that costume and burn it along with all those comic books. I know I shook his hand last time, but that's because HR told me I should be more polite.
Is that a bee I smell, Jerry?
It is indeed a bee. It is a Latino bee. Ladies and gentlemen, Viva La Raza, it's Buck Bumble. He fly, he bee, he sting.
So, Uncle, you have a problem with types who like to do the right thing. You have issues with people getting in you, or have you ever considered that maybe you're doing the wrong thing? No? You ever consider that? In your whole entire life, ever consider that maybe you're the bad guy?
Good, bad, who cares? I'm rich. Why do you care? B? You're no hero. You're a flamboyant wrestler. And also good for gardens. That's about it, right?
Sure, while I do pollinate from time to time, I do a lot for the people. I help. I look out there and I see people in need, and maybe, Sir Unklydunk, maybe I am por la gente, maybe I am a hero. What do you think, huh?
I think that thought is absolutely revolting! I'm disgusted, Buck Bumble. You've come out here into my ring that I've paid for, and you're insulting me by claiming to be a hero. I think you should get out of my ring and never get in again unless you want to face the consequences.
This is not your ring. This may be your ring time, which is why I've interrupted you, because I did not want you to come out here and spill more propaganda that would lead to people getting hurt in their lives, because I care about la gente, the people, Uncle, and I don't care about whatever swashbuckling weird shit you have to say. So just shut up, alright?
Mr. Bumble, I used to appreciate that you had those bucks. Thought that was clever, but now I realize you're just another of these gibbering fools who address morality as if it's a real thing. Mr. Bumble, you talk too much.
Oh, no. It is you who talk too much, Unklydunk. It is you who tell the people and your own friends and your own faction lies. Every day you get up and look in the mirror and think you are doing the right thing. You are lying to yourself, you are lying to your friend Butler, and to the people.
First off, Mr. Butler is not my friend, he's my employee. I keep those lines very, very strict. And second off, who cares what you think? You're poor. And you want to help the poor people? Fine, I will trod you down as I trod the rest of the heroes of this foolish factional network, whatever this federation is. So, this is you getting one warning, because I'm in a halfway decent mood. Go ahead, leave now, never cross thy eyesight again, and maybe I will let you slide. Otherwise, I will give you the Midas punch. All right, then.
Latino B seems to be irked with Unklydunk.
Yeah, that does seem to be the case there. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's as we try and assess what's going on with, well, all of that, there is a simple fact we have to address. We have bills to pay. So with that, it is time for our commercial break. And when we come back, ladies and gentlemen, it will be time for tag team action with two of the best tag teams in the business today. We'll see you after this.
The following message has been paid for by blood money.
Have you ever witnessed a beloved JRPG mascot get brutalized? Perhaps a kawaii character from one of your favorite anime has been through a grueling battle. Or perhaps some jackass just gets off on inflicting pain to them. Well, don't just stand there. Pick up the phone today. Hello, I'm Mr. Butler from the Hawaii Universal Protection Organization. Here at Kupo, we provide treatment and recovery for all the kawaii creatures of the world who have been put through the ringer. Our facilities include therapeutic counseling sessions.
Alright, Inferni, calm down! I'm not Paul! Why did we sign up for this?
Exercise regimens for full rehabilitation.
Holy Jesus! Run! No!
Damn it, I told you not to mix up the greens in their diet!
And of course, our serene and peaceful med wards.
Oh, sweet unholy heaven, who let the tomberries out of the secure way?
Yes, indeed. We spare no expense to ensure the safe recovery of our beloved mascot patients. So don't delay. Call 555-KUPO today. That's 555-KUPO.
The preceding message has been paid for by blood money.
Ladies, look at your man. Now back to me. Now back at your man. Now back to me. Does he look like me? Hell no. But can he smell like me? Hell yes! Beowulf's Monster Blood Blend is my brand new fragrance from men in deodorant, body wash, and shampoo varieties. Made out of the finest ingredients gathered from the corners of the 9 realms. So now you can smell like you just wrestled a demon buck-ass naked in the midst of smoke and the scent of mead on your skin, slayed your draconic son, and fought many a dangerous monsters of the deep. Beowulf's Monster Blood Blend. Live like a legend, be a legend, smell like a legend.
Not made of actual monster's blood. Any blood found is merely a coincidence, nothing more. Please don't sue us.
Only those with the right card and the right tastes are fortunate enough to be admitted to the Crimson Cabaret. It is where the most desired, most talented of souls entertain our exclusive club members. We offer 2 levels and live music, be it the voice of a starlet or the company of a charming server. We cater to all tastes, and we are sure to satisfy. So tell us, what is it that you desire?
This is the grand opening of the Wild Fang Coffee. Here you can feel safe with your baristas trained in popping a cap in a dude while crafting the perfect cup of coffee. Each has spent 6 months in combat training and trained by Ramsey himself, the National Coffee Chief. They strive for perfection in every cup. And remember, Wild Fang Coffee. Come steal from us. We dare you.
Seth Jackson here with the Man Dapper. Have you ever been scheduled for a singles match only to discover your opponent is Helix sucks? Have you ever been powerbombed so hard that your bowels come loose from the intestinal lining? Well, if you said yes to any of the following questions, the Man Dapper is here for you. With super absorbent anti-Hershey squirt technology, we have you covered, no matter how quickly you are plummeting towards a splintery potluck table from the 80s. The Man Diaper, because your ass is a winner.
The Man Diaper is not liable for any rashes caused by the misuse of our product, no matter how much Seth says he itches.
When you're the type of guy at a hot summer's end day, taking down every son of a gun that ever did you wrong, the first and last thing you ought to do is have that victory smoke. Make sure it's a Vinsmoke. Vinsmoke's Hunter Classics. They got a real kick.
Each year, millions of people struggle due to poverty and lack of opportunity. For some, help arrives too late. Hello, I am Sir Unklydunk, and I'm here to talk about a group of people who have struggled more than most. The 1%. These wonderful people are a minority the world over and have been persecuted by governments and societies to the point where they're becoming an increasingly small part of our planet. We here at Unklydunk Corp aim to help those affected by business laws, OSHA regulations, and sweaty wrestlers in spandex. If you make a donation today at 1-800-GIMME-MONEY, we can end the suffering of the rich minority around the world. That's 1-800-GIMME-MONEY. Make your donation today.
And we are back. So, tweeting out on social media, we have heard from Mr. Butler saying, "Boss, I'm getting mixed messages here. You tell me to go after the heroes, and you tell me to, and you take issues who I go after. This isn't about trying to cause more issues with Janitor. This is about bringing glory to blood money and show we're not to be taken lightly." On a personal note, I thought we actually managed to kindle something between us. So there you have it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, one of the recent big reveals was Maximilian Thunderthighs joining the team of the Absolute Units. And this happening concurrently with him coming forth and stating that he feels he should be the new #1 contender for the Multiverse Heavyweight Championship.
Well, I felt like I shouldn't have been in jail, but I was there anyway. We don't always get what we want, Max!
So with that, well, there's somebody else who has a strong feeling on that point, and that would be the Multiversal Heavyweight Champion. So ladies and gentlemen, I give you Sam Jax.
Warzone, I need to know, were you as disappointed at that show as I am? Titles were fought over, grudges were beaten to death. It was missing one very important ingredient. Me. It's no shock Aldini didn't find me an opponent who is hungry to sink their teeth into the Multiverse Championship at the Super Show. He knows that I can read this entire roster like the back of my hand. Would it be someone who's been here longer than me and hasn't been given a chance at this title? Would it be a new competitor who has excelled beyond expectations to be worthy for this belt? The answer to these questions is absolutely no one. They will be like the others before me. Feed the boasted egos, make this place toxic to the point that no one wants to be in, and when the cracks start showing, they pin the blame on the weak.
I, like all of you, fell victim to this maddening.
Let's get back on track. If no one is worthy to face me for the Multiverse Heavyweight Championship, maybe it's time I give the opportunity to my faction mates. Maybe it's time go beyond the hardcore champion and see if he is more than muscles and stone. Maybe I give the chance to Colin and Val. They are brilliant in the ways of mind games and are one agile duo. someone has gifted this damn shit face of me in the ring. Or the Multiverse Championship should be fought between I, Samjax, and your future Queen of the Ring, the Mistress Lady Boots. She broke the mold and gained the Nexus Titan belt through her own volition. She is due to fight with my belt on the line. No matter who the opponent will be, the Conquest Bloodline will assure the Multiverse Heavyweight Championship will be a permanent fixture under our banner. Trust me on that.
And somewhat in response to that, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear from Maximilian Thunderthigh.
Son of a bitch. God.
Warzone! It's Maximilian Thunderthighs! And today, I am out here to speak some truth. Semjax Sammy J does not think I am the #1 contender. In his eyes, I am blind and a fool. In his mind, I am simply a stepping stone for him. And in his hands is a belt that he says will never be in my hands. Well, let me tell you the truth. It's not going to be his eyes on the prize. It's not going to be his mind that is clear and focused. And it's not going to be his hands that are going to hold that belt up. It's going to be Maximilian Thunderthighs. Semjax, you claim to be the world champion, but I'm just calling you the belt holder. You didn't earn that spot, did ya? You held on to the mega money in the bank for over a year like a slow-roasted baked turkey, coating it and getting it just right for the right moment. When Zacko Duo was at his weakest, what kind of a real champion would go after somebody when they're weak? You broke Zacko Duo's spine when he tried to stand up to you. You ran interference with your goons against Mega Blitz. And when finally somebody large enough to not be bullied by the Conquest steps in to come after you, all of a sudden, oh no, you're not the #1 contender. You can't be the #1 contender. You haven't earned it. Sounds like the trustworthy one can't even trust his own skills. You and I are going to fight very, very soon, and my momentum is gonna clash with your fangs, and only one of us is gonna win. And by the time it's over, the future will look so bright for you. But not because you won, because you're looking up at the ceiling lights as my hand is raised and I take that belt as the new Multiverse Heavyweight Champion, Maximilian Thunderthighs!
And just to round everything out, let's hear from another member of the Absolute Units. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear from the taxman himself, Forrest the Fortress Wade.
I love it when a plan comes together. It took almost a year to get Max to join, but it was worth it. People kept taking advantage of his good nature. Couldn't let that go on. You don't get to abuse our friend and get away with it. So go, Max. Rise. Fight and win. Because you've got unlimited power in your corner now. And if the rest of the bloodline try to interfere, they will witness the firepower of fully armed and operational family, brotherhood, and cobbler. I'm sure they heard me coughing again, and they'll be in here soon with a few more gallons of Mama's chicken soup. Still, having the Empress of our world feeding you soup, there are worse ways to spend a day.
Well, apparently the chicken soup did the trick, because, ladies and gentlemen, your main event today is going to be the absolute units represented by Maximilian Thunderthighs and Forrest the Fortress Wade against two members of the Conquest Bloodline.
Oh boy, as much as I hate to admit it, that's going to be a fun match, but I have to disagree with some of Max's logic. It is probably, he says that that's not world championship behavior to wait and stew on something and wait for the right moment. Sounds like you just got outplayed, Max, and you're jealous about it. Just saying.
Well, we'll see who's right, but you know what? That's going to have to be settled in our main event. And we still got a couple of matches between here and there. So and speaking of matches, Michael, how do you feel about some tag team action?
Oh, you know me. I love these multi-man matches. My favorite.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's head down to ringside.
The following is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, the Lawds.
Oh Lord, here they come.
Ladies and gentlemen, Sasquatch Wing and Raphael Sampson. Have you had your squatch roast today?
I was just about to say, Jerry, let me take a sip of my squatch roast cold brew. My favorite.
But the question is, what team would you put up? I mean, because we got to figure out who's going to take on High Voltage next.
And introducing their opponent, Los Bell Bros.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Bell Brothers, Strongman Bell and his older brother and your Nexus Titan champion, Fly Boy Bell.
Los Belros, you know, one of my personal favorite tag teams, if I'm going to be honest here.
I mean, they are skilled, they are acclaimed, they've held multiple tag goals. So here's a question we are still trying to figure out, as the janitor had brought up, what our current status on multi-belt holders are. Maybe we're going to see the Flyboy holding tag and singles gold.
Well, perhaps this match will inform us of, you know, a little bit of some standings here when it comes to tag teams. Two legendary tag teams here in the Nexus.
Right. Strongman and Raphael. Not many people can get close to looking the All Lawds in the eye.
Strongman getting there.
But this is also, I mean, you look at here, I mean, it's not just two these are two skilled wrestlers. And you saw Raphael Sampson, he knows that Strongman's a striker.
But you can't put down his agility, Jerry. And that's what the All Odds need to look out for, is just the absolute clean liquid wrestling that can come out of Los Bell Bros.
Well, Ooh. On the other hand, there's the power of the judge.
Judge of the Multiverse tags in Sasquatch Wing. Of course, his specific tribe being that of the wing.
And as we learned, he's also a licensed airline pilot.
Yeah, no, he's got his wings in more ways than one. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, the question with this matchup right now, Jerry, is does experience and agility outmatch absolute raw power and size?
Well, you say that, but the thing I have to remind you is these are both veteran tag teams.
Oh, absolutely. Near equivalent experience, probably. Rolling through with that right hand.
It was a beautifully executed discus punch.
The discus punch and a tag made to the judge, Raphael Sampson.
A man who was just looking and go, and it's time for a holy headbutt.
Ooh, yep. Or time to throw Flyboy to the mat. This is like a sandbag. Making it look absolutely easy. And doing the smart thing here, working over the legs of Flyboy, trying to slow down the agility. But is that gonna be enough? Twisting through that dragon screw here and taking it back to the big man, trying to take out his wheels.
And like we started, oh!
Belly to belly slam.
How many people can do a belly to belly on Raphael Sampson with such ease?
And not many. Big elbow drop, center of the spine. Good accuracy there from Strongman Bell, going for the pin there. Not quite. Flyboy, you see there running interference, keeping his eye on Squatch. Strongman Bell, though, trying to keep things at his pace, slowing him down. But Raphael Sampson coming back with that big right hand. Those brick-like strikes from that man.
When you're in a tag team, you've got to worry. There's another guy who could come at you, and you have to trust that your partner is keeping an eye on them.
And when you're tagging against the All Odds, these massive behemoths, you can't get respite with one guy or the other. You gotta plan for absolute mayhem with both. You're not getting a break.
On the other hand, when you're dealing with the Bell brothers, you've got to be prepared for action coming at you from all angles at meteoric speed.
I am bouncing, pinging off the ropes like particles in a super accelerator. Here comes Flyboy.
Flyboy, who knows
the wheels up from under.
There you go.
Not in the safe corner is Raphael Sampson. In a bit of trouble here if Bell Bros can maintain control, but he's making the crawl, and he gets the tag out to Squatch. Hot tag. Here comes that. Oh, going for that belly to belly again, but he meets the forehead of Squatch, and Squatch drops him over the knee.
You know, we haven't checked since Notorious CAT left the promotion.
Oh, there we go.
I suspect Sasquatch Wing may be the tallest member of the roster.
Well, I'd much rather look at Squatch than the eyes of that cat. You know, Jerry. You know.
Oh, here we go.
Oh.
2.
Dos. Tres. There we go, folks.
3 amigos.
Tres amigos. Of course, a bit of a tribute there to the late great Eddie Guerrero.
Strong man, no stranger to the top rope. Oof. And again.
Even I can't help but do a little shimmy in my seat, Jerry. Here comes, oh, but the judge of the multiverse. just dropping him off that top rope, saying, no. You're not going to get another one. But Strongman Bell driving in those elbows. Both these teams, incredible amounts of in-ring experience here. Reversals upon just beating the crap out of each other. Each of those right hands finding their mark on the nose of Squatch. Oh, but Squatch got his knees up. Again, that in-ring experience. Oh boy.
Oh man, that crawling headbutt.
I think that was straight to the sternum. Could you imagine getting headbutt by a man that size, Jerry, right in your chest?
No, I don't. And I've faced big guys before, but none that do that kind of headbutting.
It's got to be like being in a small-scale car wreck.
Well, I used to
snake eyes on the buckle.
I mean, I've wrestled my fair share of Samoan wrestlers. They like their headbutts.
Nice lock there by Flyboy. Good striking combination. The Raphael sends it coming back, trying to gain control here, but a stunner.
And again, Flyboy bringing the judge down to his level. Oh!
Danielson-esque kicks there, straight to the chest, right across that sternum and clavicles. Doesn't matter what size, kicks like that are that vicious, that can break some bones, Jerry. The tag in here made a Strongman Bell. Over the top, beautiful bridging suplex there. Did you see that? Toes up in the air, all the way through, head on the mat.
Both these teams, former unified tag team champions. Oh!
Oh, and there we go.
Few people can dominate Raphael Sampson like that.
Yep, spine down on the pine for Raphael Sampson. And here comes... Meteor's denied!
Going for the La Strala, and instead gets... Oh no, it is biblical proportions!
The proportions were indeed biblical as he pings off the mat, but Strongman breaks up the pinning predicament. Tag acumen in this match alone is probably one of the, highest amounts. Neither of each other's partners have taken their eye off the ring, have been placating to the crowd. They have been focused on wrestling. Seems the confusion.
And now...
Made here, Raphael Sampson.
Oh!
Using his strength there by the shoulders to plant Flyboy.
Yeah, planting him with a pillar drop.
Perhaps a little bit of frustration going on with Raphael Sampson now.
A little. He has to ask, what is it going to take to keep Flyboy down? But let's remember, well, here he comes for the pin. Broken up immediately by Squatch. I was going to say, let's remember, he's not just a tag team wrestler. He is now your Nexus Titan champion.
Yeah, he's proven that he's a force of nature on his own. But speaking of forces of nature, Strongman Bell! Uno! Dos! Tres amigos!
Going for the pin again! Kick out at 2. And here it comes!
Here it comes overhead.
Overhead. Oh, but rough. Raphael gets out. He breaks out of the Oni combo.
Oni combo not finding its mark due to the sheer strength of the man he attempted to do it on. But speaking of sheer strength, military press and a slam. Uh-oh.
Oh, no, here we go.
Is it time, Jerry?
Oh!
To take flight. Big old splash.
The Sasquatch.
Squash indeed. Flyboy. Trying to break things up here. And now the sheer strength. Attempting to just crush the head of Strongman. Raphael Sampson running interference, trying to take care of Flyboy here. But Strongman Bell is getting to his feet, Jerry.
And flipping over the Squatch, but oh! That is the biggest dragon screw takedown I've ever seen.
That is a lot of weight and torque to be put on your leg. I feel like if that were done to me or you, Jerry, we would be not walking for a while.
Now bringing it up. Yeah.
Like DDT, yeah, there it is. So, you know, the big comfy coffee mascot he is, Squatch has a mean streak, doesn't he?
Well, if you drink
doing
as much coffee before a match as he does.
You know, going for those leg DDTs, those vicious strikes, clawing at the face and head of Strongman. He shows that he can be vicious as well as accommodating.
And back into the ring. But
oh, hot tag made to Flyboy.
Here comes Flyboy.
What a vicious overhand right step up, knee to the head. Poison Rana. Kick to the hamstring there. Trying to take the wheels out from under the big man. Get that vertical base. Weakened, perhaps looking for some top rope maneuvers later on, but Squatch. Oh, tries to make something happen there. But a heel kick shuts down Squatch. As I predicted, top rope maneuver attempted, but Squatch able to make the crawl and the hot tag.
And now it is the Flyboy versus the Judge.
He lifted into the gut of Flyboy. Gave the Judge of the Multiverse just enough time to send him to the outside. Using this opportunity to perhaps get a bit of a break, but I don't think either team will be satisfied with the count-out victory here. I think the only way this is going down is submission or pinfall. Oh, and a belly-to-belly!
Almost a belly-to-belly onto his partner.
Oh, but here comes that. Oh! Airplane spin down to the ground. Flyboy's got to get himself into a better position here.
Flyboy deciding to take out Sasquatch Wing.
Yeah, but he forgets about the legal man here.
Well, or he's making sure that there's no one watching Raphael's back.
Perhaps a bit of a plan here, taking him to the unsafe corner. But Raphael Sampson powering out with those massive elbow strikes. Took his eye off the ball for a moment. I think he was trash talking with Strongman.
But Squatch is back. And again, Flyboy, I feel like Flyboy's becoming obsessed with Squatch, even when he's not the legal man, much to his detriment.
What an amazing match so far, folks. One of the highest levels of tag acumen on display here for you tonight. That nerve hold. Flyboy able to get out and now drops the knee right onto the wrist of Raphael Sampson. And a drop kick right to the back of the neck. trying to dissect this man, take the big man apart piece by piece, but no! Kick out at 2.
And in comes Strongman. Only to get caught in biblical proportions.
Immediately, oh, into the ropes, Jerry.
Oh, trying to get rid of Flyboy.
Flyboy says, no. He uses that agility to reverse himself out. Oh, Raphael Sampson just yeets him to the outside.
Yeet lest ye be yeeted.
Thou hast been yoten. Strongman. It's an over the ropes, very precarious position. Here on the ring apron. No! Oh! The hardest part of the ring, but Strongman will continue on. He's got to be going off of pure adrenaline here. That must have hurt. Sliced bread over the top, Jerry. Fantastic. The Strongman sent back to the inside. He's got a lot of squash to deal with. Oh, but he's able to go over the top there.
That's, oh my God, no!
The show of strength by Strongman.
Living up to his name.
Going for one more here, but a big right hand from Squatch shuts it down.
Oh!
Ooh!
Oh, no. Squatch going up.
Is it time to take flight?
Yeah, I guess he doesn't like the angle.
Doesn't like the angle. Not too much a coast-to-coast flyer. Maybe not today. He'll gladly take Strongman and plant him onto the mat. There we go, right in the middle of the ring. I think this could be over Sasquatch.
There you have it, the Sasquatch hit.
And your winners, the Lawds.
Los Belmos fighting valiantly. Strongman taking the brunt of the beating there. Unfortunately, unable to kick out after the big man lands the Sasquatch.
And with that, there's a huge argument about these two maybe getting a rematch for the title they lost to High Voltage.
Well, perhaps emotions running high for these two, feeling that their run was cut short.
It's all possible. So, meanwhile, as that has been all going on, tweeting out on social media, Kelly of the Night's Watch, attention all monsters and humans. We, the Night Watch, have a new pub called The Round Table. Want to fight someone? We have a fight pit. Want to gamble your life away or be boring and just gamble money? We have that too. Like drink and food, we also have it. So come in and for today only get one free seafood deal when you buy a drink.
What's a seafood deal?
Well, it probably has something to do with the fact that Alicester Evergreen took on a shark today.
Huh.
So maybe it's I don't know, maybe it's maybe they have catfish available. And then she follows up one more thing: we don't discriminate. Robots are welcome too. I think they probably just renamed the Omega Pub. Would be my guess. Renamed, remodeled.
Well, I guess it takes quite a, it takes a minute to build a fight pit, so.
That's it's how it goes. But we still have a lot of action. And looks like, wait a minute. we've got somebody else coming to the ring.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, indeed. Hang on a second. It's Injustice Jhake. Let's hear what the merciless Merc has to say.
Now, I admit, had a little bit of problems tangling with the tricky neophyte here. And that's fine. You know what? I'm fine with it. Because it means I can move on to bigger, better, more personal things. Personal things like revenge. Revenge that, well, be in the form of some justice here. There are some people that I have some problems with. For example, Chaz. You know what you did? You know what you did to me. You used me, but Zako, now what you did, you used me to get the pin for the multiversal title, and I'm not gonna let that slide. And let's see, there's Aiden.
Okay. So it looks like somebody, that's Daverman's music. So Jake was once known as the hero for hire, but this is the hero of the multiverse. And somebody Sir Unklydunk was talking trash about earlier. Well, let's. Ooh, this is going to get interesting. Justice Jhake, my old companion, my friend, my fellow hero. I am disheartened to hear you speaking of such a petty motive as revenge. Jhake, we are heroes. We uphold a higher standard.
I don't uphold any standards except my own. And so, if you have something to say, feel free to say it to me. I still hold respect for you, but just know these people that I list, these people that I hold in contempt, I have no respect for them. The only thing I have for them is a round in the chamber.
But Jhake, you were one of the most shining examples. I know what's in your heart, your true heart. You are a good man. You, Jhake, are a paragon. You should not fall to such a unworthy motivation as vengeance.
Your expectations of men and of yourself are too high. None of us are worthy of being paragons. The only thing we are worthy of being is those who can fight for ourselves. The more you talk about justice and what I need to uphold, the more it makes people like Theron make sense to me.
The Jhake I knew would never even consider the offer of that snake, and I do have faith in you, my friend. I know you're in a dark place. You face the twilight of the soul, but I see you coming out the other side on your hero's journey, having faced the darkness and becoming stronger for it, and I will show you that way.
You can try and show me whatever you like, but you're just gonna find out that you're a man who runs on nothing but outdated morals and old-fashioned standards. And if you keep coming at me with those, it's gonna make the offer of an idiot like Theron look that much more attractive.
Jake, I cannot stand idly by while you go down this dark path. And if I must risk your ire to bring you back to your true self, then that is the sacrifice I am prepared to make to bring you to your true self once again. I believe in you, my friend.
You see, this is how I know you've lost it. Because a man like you should know that risking my ire, making me upset, can end your career and even your life. So tread carefully.
Jake, I faced my own darkness when I was possessed by the hat. I know how tempting the easy path can be. But I came out the other side with the support of my friends, and I now will pay that debt forward to help you, whether you want it or not. I believe in you, and you will see the light soon enough. I feel like I just saw the Silver Age of comics go up against the 90s.
Yeah, that was... That was kind of ska and grunge, wasn't it?
It was very, very much so. Well, that's fine. You know what? They're clearing the ring, and we're getting ready. We have the... Ladies and gentlemen, we promised it earlier. The ICC tryout match is coming up next. And wait a minute, hang on. What are you saying, Phyllis? What's going on backstage?
Phyllis,
no. What?
Are they fighting? Phyllis.
Well, you know the drill. See if you can get the security guys out of the break room, but get a camera crew so I can see what's going on.
And also so we can exploit it for viewership.
Oh, for God's sake. It's Depth Charge is attacking
with a hockey
Sanji.
stick.
Why? What?
He's just beating him with a hockey stick. What in the absolute shit, Jerry?
Something must have happened between these two.
Are these two brawling backstage? Oh,
or Depth Charge just decided he's just had enough of something.
Depth Charge has had enough of a lot of people.
But yeah, he's just throwing Vinsmoke around. I don't think into that. What is that? A grate?
I think he's trying to get Vinsmoke off that ledge onto that table, but Vinsmoke just barely keeping his balance here.
Oh!
And there he goes! Oh, Vinsmoke.
All right, somebody...
straight through the table.
Phyllis, not just security. Go see if you can find medical.
He may need a Band-Aid for a very substantial boo-boo.
And now that brine.
Oh, I'm going to smell that in the parking lot, aren't I?
Probably.
Ugh.
All right, well, we're trying to get things figured out backstage. In the meantime, recent events, we have been seeing one of the people that has been making a splash of late has been, of course, the unknown soldier himself. I speak, of course, of Sergeant Major Payne. So why don't we hear from the Sarge right now?
Good morning, MNW! This is not a test, this is rock and roll. So time to rock it from the peninsula to the DMZ. Is it a little too early to be this loud? Well, too late. It's 0600. What does the O stand for? Oh my god, it's early. Here's the short and sweet. Knockin'-o, not knocking you, kid, but you got a long way to go. Janitor, you got to the signups first and got your belt. Let's see how long you can clean up the competition. And that's your 0600 recap. Payne out.
I suddenly feel nostalgic and sad.
I know. well, while we figure this out, oh, you know what? We also have one more message before this next match, since it is going to be the International Combat Club tryout match. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear from the Siberian cyborg himself, Nice Ice.
4 years ago, I came to this company to be the best goddamn professional wrestler I could be. And when I came into the locker room, I was met with looks of fear, loathing, and contempt. All the people could see was a big, bad Russian man. They saw a stereotype of this cartoon bad man that had to be evil because of what country he was born in. I was alone, but then along came a man I would call friend. Long before Jungles, Lachen, there was you, Glacirus. You extended your hand to me and called me friend like a light in the dark. So you and I tagged for a short while, and hell, we made some big waves. But we both knew in order to become better, we had to start fighting on our own. So we broke up on good terms. You went on to form the Lucha on the Rocks a few months later, and I went on to become the People's Champion. Now times have changed. Every two-bit thug in the locker room has a gang of cronies to help them cheat to win. And I don't know if I can take on the entire world myself to start this revolution. Glacirus, I want you in the ICC. I want your experience. I want your compassion. I want your skill. Let's show the world that we are forged in combat.
Well, I mean, really, what else do you have to say? I think, even though it's not our main event, the time for talking is over.
Oh yeah, let's watch some giant people beat the absolute crap out of each other.
All right, well, let's head down to ringside.
The following is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, coming to the ring first, Glacirus.
Ladies and gentlemen, Glacirus, your master of street lucha.
You took the words right out of my mouth. And
what is my job, since you can't roll your R's?
I was going to say, we do pay you to roll your R's.
You know, very early friend of Nice Ice.
First tag team partner of Nice Ice.
Indeed.
And now they are reuniting for this special match. Of course, the outstanding question is who is going to be the mystery partner for Lachen. But first, let's get the men out to the ring.
And introducing their tag team partner, Nice Ice.
Every time I hear this music, I assume there's going to be a horde of orcs coming out.
You know, one of Nice Ice's best friends was an orc. Jungos, before he retired.
True.
Yeah.
But there he is, folks, the Cyber Siberian.
Nice Ice and Glacirus used to tag as the team Too Cool. So we are seeing what amounts to a special Too Cool reunion. But here's part of the question. Yes, they were a tag team years ago, but so much has changed. Glacirus has been both a tag and trios champion. Nice Ice has held the big oof. We have So much has been change over time. Are they going to be able to find the old magic of their tag team in this matchup?
And are they going to be able to live up to the new expectations they may have for each other?
This is also a point. I mean, Nice Ice said he is looking for the experience of Glacirus.
And introducing their opponents. Going to the ring first. Lachen.
And here he is, ladies and gentlemen, the other member of the International Combat Club, the German stand-up comic, who, started out as a part of the Super Soldier program. He told me a joke before the match.
Oh, well, what's his joke today?
He said, he asked if I'd heard about the cow that jumped over the barbed wire fence.
What about the cow that jumped over the barbed wire fence?
It was an utter disaster.
Ow.
And introducing their tag team partner. Sergeant Major Payne.
Well, here's a development.
Not so mysterious no more.
So Lachen went and found a rising star, Sergeant Major Payne, whose entire deal has been training. It's been his boot camp challenge to bring himself up to the level he feels he should be at. Well, now he's trying out for the International Combat Club.
You know what Lachen did? I think Lachen went and found himself a fellow soldier.
I think you're right. Found someone he'd be comfortable with.
Yeah, these two, been trained from the beginning to work with teams, to mesh well with someone else, to, have another man's back in the trenches, if you will.
Didn't tell you the follow-up to that joke he told me.
Oh, what was it?
He said it was okay, the cow got butter.
Oh, God. I was trying to think of a way to make a pun about dairy and diary, but it wasn't happening.
It just
wasn't happening.
Sometimes you just gotta,
I'm not the comedian here. That's Lachen.
Yeah, let him do the jokes.
I can do the insightful commentary.
Really?
Because Lachen here.
When is that going to start?
Bite me. Tag made. These two teams already meshing well here.
So, I mean, Sergeant Major Payne, no stranger to tag action, and honestly, he's had matches with Lachen before. So this is not the most insane matchup ever. And like you said, they're both military trained. So, yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head with just the sheer strategy being employed by Lachen.
Yeah, Lachen found himself, I believe, a friend here who's going to understand his strategy and his way of looking at professional wrestling. I think these two are going to gel well.
But he's got to face the master of street lucha.
And he's got to face that former, smooth, buttery tag prowess of Too Cool.
Well, and here's, I think, the real undercurrent that we got to think about. Lachen and Nice Ice are a current tag team. They know each other pretty well. What happens when they end up in the ring together?
Well, I think they're going to use every bit of knowledge that they have about each other to dismantle each other, because they're the ICC. They're not about, being friendly in the ring. They're not about none of that. They're about beating the absolute crap out of their opponent and obtaining victory.
Well, and each other. I mean, honestly, they have said that before. They work out by facing each other.
Which is why it's so hard to get backstage interviews with those two, because you just walk up to the door of wherever the hell they're training, and it's nothing but screaming and loud noises, sometimes explosions,
and an occasional piece of furniture coming out. That happened to me once. I haven't opened that door since.
Yeah, no, they love throwing things at doors. Don't know why. Oh, did you see that? Straight across the throat, just driving the elbow. No love lost between these two, yet they're good friends.
It really is amazing. I suppose it's what allows them to do this match now. It's like, this right now, this is just Wednesday afternoon for them.
I believe it could be summed up with the phrase, boys will be boys.
Yeah, they do that, and then they watch the latest episode of whatever on Disney+.
Glacirus rolling through, showing off that agility. So far maintaining control here over Sergeant Major Payne, going back, getting a tag in. Nice ice, there we go.
Bringing him over.
Grip on the back of the neck of Sergeant Major Payne.
And again, this shows why Payne was a great choice.
Yeah, he was immediately able to find that leverage. His hips lower than the hips of Nice Ice, able to get right under there. And notice, paying attention, waiting for Nice Ice to get back in. Maintaining control here is Sergeant Major Payne. That militaristic strategy.
I mean, realistically, I almost feel like this is one of those hard choice moments for the ICC. That both men would be great picks.
Absolutely.
That's
Glacirus, exactly what I was thinking, Jerry.
Yeah, Glacirus, again, the history with Nice Ice and all his skill in street lucha, Payne and his fighting prowess and his constantly training attitude.
Kick out at one there.
You know, and then since they are the International Combat Club, you know, Glacirus, of course, representing Mexico, Sergeant Major Payne bringing the good old US of A into the mix.
Yeah, of course there. But, you know, speaking of Glacirus, brings up the old adage of "Por qué los dos?" Why not both, Jerry?
I mean,
why not both?
You know, I don't understand the recruiting practices of the ICC. It's an internal faction matter, so I leave it to them. I am watching with great interest.
I guess you could call this an icky situation. Yeah? Okay, back to commentary. Luthez press driving in those right hands to the face of Sergeant Major Payne. Oh! Grabbing the arm there. See, he didn't even need to pull the legs across because of the size difference there. He's just driving the heel straight into the ribs of Sergeant Major Payne and yanking on the arm. That could pull it out of socket. And in comes Lachen.
And here we go.
These two locking up with each other, used to throwing each other around backstage for fun.
I suppose that's the advantage. No matter what happens, they're going to be fine at the end.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, they're probably going to already go to the round table afterwards for drinks and more fighting in the pit.
Yeah. Just be careful when those two roughhouse. The collateral damage is historical, let's say. Knee lifts there from Glacirus, but able to reverse out his lock-in. Beautiful European uppercut there. That threw Glacirus for a loop, and in comes Sergeant Major Payne. Sergeant Major Payne and Lachen gelling very well.
Yeah, I mean, we'd asked, how is this going to work? And it turns out pretty good.
Perhaps even maybe a step ahead of Too Cool here. They've been doing a very good job here at maintaining control. Good waistlock suplex there. Glacirus, he's going to need that hot tag, but Lachen in there straight away. Oh, and the backbreaker. straight over the knee, and now stomps right to the sternum and face from Lachen.
Again, he may be Nice Ice's old friend, but Lachen wants him to prove himself.
He is a ruthless fighter. A soldier. He knows he's here to get a job done.
And there's the suplex.
Suplex, beautiful bridge there, toes up, forehead on the mat. Can you do that? Can you still bridge out like that, Jerry?
Not like that anymore. Truth be told, I didn't do those kinds of moves regularly back when I wrestled. Oh, reverse neck breaker.
Yeah, hanging it out there. Got a lock on the jaw there. Dropped in the neck breaker. Now in the dangerous corner is Glacirus.
And a double
Jag
team.
Maneuver here. Double team maneuver. Big back body drop by these two. Glacirus got to be feeling it now. Over the top jawbreaker. There we go.
And again, the quick tags. Boy. Sarge has got the fundamentals of tag team action. And now here we go.
Perhaps the militaristic strategy.
And
one step ahead of the old friends.
The suplex and lariat combo. Most people would call it a German suplex, but it's Lachen.
So it's just a suplex, yeah. Beautiful poison rana rolled all the way through there. Double boot straight to the diaphragm there by Glacirus. Good accuracy on that. Oh! Went for the standing moonsault, but Lachen got the knees up, very observant. Open rolls all the way through, does Glacirus, showing off that agility.
Again, master of street lucha.
Yeah, he can show off vicious moves like that double stomp that might go well in a street fight, and then he'll turn around and throw some agile, dexterous nightmare at your face.
Sarge back in.
Nice Ice taking a bit of a power nap over there by the stairs. But he's probably going to have to get back in here and help out Glacirus.
Well, in the meantime, ladies and gentlemen, the mortar shot hits.
The mortar shell just straight across the face of Glacirus. That boot finding its mark. These two, the tag klaxons have gone off. Everyone's in the ring. Lachen taking his moment there. Glacirus in major pain. Lock it up here. Rolls through with the code red.
And over, ladies and gentlemen.
A kick out by Sergeant Major Payne there at 2. Not going to let that be the end of him.
Getting him locked up in that Tequila Sunrise.
Tequila Sunrise, beautiful technique there, arm trapped. He's wrenching back on that foot. That's going to do murder on your hamstrings.
Nice, Glacirus. I think, ladies and gentlemen, here he comes. Snowfall connects.
Connects with Sergeant Major Payne, but breaks it up, does Lachen. He may be a funny man, but he's also a super soldier. He's got a sense for these kinds of things, but Glacirus is maintaining control, taking on the entire tag team by himself, and finally getting that hot tag out to Nice Ice. Belly to belly, straight over the top. The strength there, Jerry.
The Iron Curtain connecting and ending it.
And your winner, Too Cool.
Well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of this match, and so that means that Nice Ice and Glacirus will face each other in the near future
What an ICC thing to do, Jerry. You know what your reward is for fighting? More fighting!
I mean, kind of makes sense. Here's the thing. That was an honestly amazing match. So I'm actually getting a direct message from Nice Ice, and he said that he and Lachen apparently just really quickly conferred and have decided after that performance that not only will Glacirus get an audition match with Nice Ice, but Lachen will have an audition match with Sergeant Major Payne. Apparently, what you said earlier, why not both?
Porque los dos.
And apparently, the ICC agree with you on that point, because they've decided, yeah, let's audition both of them, because at that point with that match, it was less who won, who lost. It was the fact that they put on a match that would have been a showcase on a pay-per-view. So, folks, remember, ladies and gentlemen, we are still taking nominations for the Nexus. That match you just saw, if you wanted to nominate it for Match of the Year, you still could.
And if you wanted to nominate me for Rookie of the Year, you still could.
Also,
I'm not letting you go, Jerry.
Sergeant Major Payne, any of the promos tonight? Promo of the Year, maybe, if you liked them. But you know what we have to do now? Michael, you haven't been here for a couple of weeks with your legal issues.
Yeah.
So you know what you haven't been here to do? Michael, it's time for the main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is indeed time for your main event. And Jerry, are you ready?
I am indeed ready.
So as I say every week when I get the chance, let's do this.
The following is a tag team match scheduled for one fall and is your main event. Introducing first, the Absolute Unit.
As we stated before, it is Maximilian Thunder Thighs and Forrest the Fortress Wade representing the unit, and they will be taking on two members of the Conquest Bloodline. This, of course, being all part of the effort by Thunder Thighs to make it clear that he should be the #1 contender for the Multiverse Heavyweight Championship.
Whoever comes out from Conquest Bloodline, I just hope they're wearing proper pants.
And introducing their opponents, the Conquest Bloodline.
Well, looks like they aimed high, ladies and gentlemen. It is the main event mistress in the main event, Lady Boots, and your Multiverse Heavyweight Champion, the leader of the Conquest Bloodline, Sam Jax.
Well, if you want something done, Jerry.
Yeah, and I guess if you decide now is the time to put this down once and for all. That's one thing I'll say about Sam Jax, is always strategizing. And sometimes, but a lot of chess masters are also dirty cowards who hide behind others.
Well,
Sam Jax,
well,
it's just whoever, if he's the best person to go, he goes.
Also, I think this is directly calling Maximilian Thunderthigh's bluff from the promo earlier, insinuating that Samjax was a coward. Yet here he is, Jerry.
Exactly.
He called his bluff. That's exactly what this is.
And it's starting out, Forrest T. Wade and Lady Boots. Ladies and gentlemen, don't let this fool you.
I was going to say,
Lady Boots is strong, is powerful, and is a former Nexus Titan champion.
Lady Boots has laid waste to people much stronger and much larger than you'd expect.
Lady Boots was a serious contender in the last C101.
Oh, see, look at that. Just that surgical strike. Those boots were made for stepping. And if you're getting stepped on by Lady Boots, you're pretty much screwed.
And tagging in his partner, Max.
Ooh.
And here we go.
Maximilian Thunderthigh's gonna eat a shot there from Lady Boots. Beautiful agility there. Those boots coming in hard and fast. But Maximilian Thunderthigh's gonna have to rely on brute strength here and slowing the pace down. If Lady Boots can pick up the pace and move too quick for Max to respond, Max might be shit out of luck here.
I mean, and I'm sure that is part of Samjax. I mean, he could have brought out the Goliath Gorm. He could have brought out the disturbing man Muppet Carnival. No, he brought his second in command.
He didn't need a sledgehammer or a squeaky hammer. He needed a scalpel, Jerry.
So this, basically, yes. I mean, there's a reason she is called the main event mistress.
This is exactly where she shines, here in your main event, folks. The last match of the night. The biggest prize on the line, that being contendership for the biggest and best prize in all of professional wrestling.
And folks, I want to point out, there's been no stipulations. This is simply Bloodline trying to prove that Max should go back to his little corner and leave them alone.
Which, frankly, I'm inclined to side with Bloodline on that one, Jerry.
Well, okay, I should mention something. Next week, the Conquest Bloodline and the Absolute Units will face off head-to-head, 4-on-4. The winning team will get... It will basically determine... You know what? I'm making the call now. You know, this was no stipulation. I'm putting a stipulation on this match right now. You know why? I'm the general manager.
Yeah, it's kind of your job to put stipulations on things, but meanwhile...
If Max and Forrest win, Maximilian Thunderthighs will be the #1 contender. And so that match that the Bloodline wanted to have with the units, it's going to have a stipulation. Whoever wins that match gets to decide the stipulation of the title match should it occur.
Well, so it is said, so it is written, folks. This match just got a lot more spicy. Samjax sent to the outside by the big man. And in comes Maximilian Thunderthigh. He just ate that right hand. Did you see that, Jerry? That did nothing to Max. Oh, but then that lariat, that did something. Samjax here with a big point to prove. A point that I think, if anyone could prove, it is Samjax. that Maximilian Thunderthighs is just not cut out for the world title picture. I'd say even with a monster like Forrest T. Wade in his corner. Snapmare forward. Leaving Max prone and in a delicate position for Lady Boots to exploit here and take advantage of. Whip into the corner. Knee lift straight to the chest. Oh, and wiping the heel straight across the face. Max trying to use his size here to gain back some momentum. And the hot tag made to Forresty Wade. Turning over Lady Boots here. Barring that leg, but Lady Boots, so much strength in those legs, immediately able to get out. That vertical suplex, though, over the top. In situations like that, it's where Lady Boots can become vulnerable in those larger throws. She does not have enough weight to get someone like Forrest the Fortress to give, really. Well, here.
And in corner, in comes Max.
Subjection, in comes Max. Forrest the Fortress, I believe, trying to directly give Max a chance to get in the face of Semjax.
I mean, why not?
As the man turned over at Boston Crab. Ah, but you see that? He turned his belly over, grabbed the leg of Maximilian Thunderthighs, able to get some more momentum to get his legs out. Get some leverage. Bars the arm, drags, rolls through, and now a striking combination from Semjax. Knocking Max for a loop. Put up some cobwebs.
And
big chop. Just multiple strikes to the face and chest of Maximilian Thunderthighs. Max taking advantage of the tag rules here. Getting the big boy involved, and that's a double stomp to the chest. That's a lot of weight, Jerry. Turning it over once again. It's Semjax. Beautiful reversal. Hoists up the floor, force the Fortress. Dropping Semjax onto his knee. Semjax rolling through. Big stomp to the sternum there after the power bomb.
And there he goes into the corner.
Whip into the corner, a bit of a splash. Big headbutt straight to Semjax. And another one. Semjax, though, very timely getting it back into his corner. Maybe should be looking for a tag here. There it is.
And, double team!
A double team maneuver is second in command. These two gel well. Look at that bridge. A very cerebral way to get the pin there by Lady Boots, taking advantage of her flexibility and leverage. Toes on the mat, nose on the mat, perfect bridge there. Any master of a Japanese dojo would be proud of that bridge.
Oh, and we've seen this with Boots before when she does that little dance.
Oh, gearing up for... Get up for something, getting those steppies in. Knee left straight to the gut.
Oh!
To the outside, bringing the boot down on the back of the head.
Using that momentum. Oh, now Forrest working the arm.
He's got to take advantage of his strength and weight there, but Lady Boots with the leverage and the agility, the dexterousness, able to immediately squeak out of there, and oh, the kicking combo. Very intelligently there, going after the legs of Lady Boots, but it's not enough to keep her down.
And, well, as we said, she is honestly one of the most dangerous wrestlers on our roster.
Dangerous, precise, cerebral.
And another knee strike. Now, oh, just raking that boot across his face.
I think Wade's been busted open. I think the heel of Lady Boots penetrated the skin. Look at that, a crimson mask starting to form.
Well, here we go.
Oh, boy.
It's the Clint Eastwood right across his face.
I'm feeling glad. 2. Oh, and a kick out there. Big right hand, sending the big man to the outside. Goes back in here. What
Whoa! Somebody called JIF. I sense shenanigans.
Just taking a moment there to stand in midair.
I mean, I don't know what it accomplished other than maybe confusing Wade for a moment.
Hey, she's getting off some pretty nasty shots here. Boots to the face and back. And now a stomp straight to the wrist and elbow. Is it time to tag in the boss, it seems? No?
Nope, she's not done playing with her prey.
Lady Boots definitely has something cooking here. Force the Fortress able to trip her up there. Went for the ankle pick. But again, you never want to be at the business end of those boots. Doing a little dance.
Nope. Oh, like you said.
Step up Enziguri straight to the chin. Found its mark. And you have to think maybe Semjak's getting a little restless here because I imagine he can smell that blood in the air.
I think so. I think Forrest has maybe a little woozy after all of the punishment his head went through.
Yeah, I know he's going to need to slow things down here, try to maintain control of Lady Boots, and stay away from the business end of those legs. As you can see by the blood gushing out of his forehead, those hips don't lie. And what they say hurts a lot. With a big stomp. Again, maintaining control here. And I think Max trying to save his strength for Semjax.
I mean, that would be a good strategy. Plus, if he wants to prove he deserves that title shot.
But Lady Boots needs that tag desperately at this point. She's going for a head scissors takedown. Stopping Wade from getting the tag here. Driving in more shots to the back. Dragging him to the center of the ring here. And now the tag made to Semjax.
And now that the Master of Conquest is in.
Calling his shot, looking directly at Max when he did it too.
But again, do not sleep on the tax man. Although I just realized what we have in the ring right now, is this basically death versus taxes?
Well, I mean, someone in this, and then you have Absolute Washington. So it is you're right. It's the Absolutes. They're in the ring, Jerry.
Well, I'm just saying, it's a vampire versus a certified public accountant.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Besides Absolute Washington, you got the Absolutes in life.
Okay, fair enough. Oh no!
Oh, double team maneuver here!
Oh!
Big Rig-esque drop.
Oh no!
And 1, 2, and 3. Maximilian Thunder Thighs has got to be sore about that one.
And your winners, the Conquest Bloodline.
And thus, another shot at the title slips through Max's fingers, doesn't it, Jerry?
It does, but you know what? I called earlier that there would have been a match of the Bloodline versus the Units next week. Do you want to know something, Michael?
What's that, Jerry?
I think that match is still gonna happen. I just have to figure out what the stipulation is gonna be. We're gonna work. Stay tuned for further announcements.
Cobbler on a pole.
So,
no.
You've really missed the cobbler, haven't you?
Yeah, you know where I'm going. You know where I'm going after this.
But the Omega Club doesn't exist anymore.
Well, I'm gonna go talk to the Units.
So, tweeting out as that match ended from Maximilian Thunder Thighs, Semjax, let's chat outside the ring. So we'll see. Like I said, I'm going to look into this. Because you know what we really need right now? I already am dealing with a Warpgate Hardcore champion who doesn't have to defend his belt until Limit Break in January. I've got a Big Oof champion who's stepping right up and saying, bring it on. And I have a Nexus Titan champion who's going to have to defend his belt coming up here on Blast. So I can't just leave the world title in stasis no matter what Sam... Because here's the thing I think Semjax has to remember. He doesn't run things here. Matches get made. He doesn't get just to pick who or what he faces. So you know what? I'm gonna work with the booking committee and see what we can come up with.
Are you saying that you run things here, Jerry?
I am saying I am the general manager, but with all...
Tell that to Lawson.
If Lawson wants to step in, I think Lawson is busy with whatever the hell's going on with Flashbang and finding out whether or not we're actually getting Johann Mjolm.
A tenuous Son of Thunder.
So with that, folks, while we figure out everything that's going on, we are out of time. So for Pete McPherson and Michael Montoya, I'm Jerry Aldini. Good night.
Buenas noches.